Hey guys, what's up? Hope everybody is doing well. First of all, thank you very much for those who are here already, right? Currently still planning whether to make this an official every Saturday or every weekend kind of thing. But I think after MCO is lifted, right? I'm not sure whether so I'm not sure whether the live will be weekly thing. I don't know, maybe you guys can give me some suggestions like do I like would you guys like a live session like this, because currently we are still having a lot of time to address and ask questions, and I got time to answer all of them lah. But when the MCO is lifted, right, then all of us are back into our lifestyles already. I am not sure, right? So maybe every Friday night, but Friday night then you hang out with your friends versus asking Sean live, right? Do let me know, right? For those who are early comers, right? So thank you very much, Anseng. Thank you very much, Vinesh. Thank you very much, Alan. Okay, so the Q&A is officially start. Okay, let's go. Low Anseng, any affordable condominiums recommendation, preferably in KL for first-time buyers? Okay, Anseng, my reply would be you first go through the four basics lah. So I think a lot of audience they already know this. First of all is to go through the intention of your purchase. Is it an investment or is it a own stay kind of thing? Then next, go check out your loan. How much money can you get from the bank in terms of financial? And no, in terms of financing, financial blah, right? Then I think number three, then after you get that budget, you're going to look for 20 different properties, right? New, old, high rise, slender, whatever. In, right? Then only you shortlist. Then after 20, right, you already know what you want already, right? So if you want a quicker way, then I will actually type in the budget into the property portals. For example, Prop Social, iProperty, Property Guru, right? Then you can see what they actually suggest you, and you will find one by one already. Okay. Vinesh, hi Sean. Can the Joey foam mattress can be deflated after it has been inflated? Nope. After you cannot hold on, I'm waiting for the internet to resume. Okay, we are back. We are back. Right. So no, the Joey mattress cannot be deflated after it's inflated. So it only works for unboxing. So I think in a new place, then it makes sense. It really is convenient though. Alan Chi, hi Sean. I am currently looking for a service apartment in Subang or USJ for own stay and investment. Any suggestions? A quicker way, I would actually suggest Alan the same four basics, right? To get your intention right, the budget right, then only you start hunting for it. And once you know it's Subang Jaya, you just type into property bottles, you know what to buy already. Hey Jason, hi Jason. Is Kajang to a fine choice to stay on the fine and affordable location yet with greeneries? Although it's a bit outskirt to KL, how do you think about the Mutiara Emas? I'm not sure where is Mutiara Emas, Jason, but I checked the Maha what by Sam W one. So it's next to the golf course one, which is at 400 over thousand, 500,000, right? Golf course view, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, amazing, right? That's why I think right after COVID, and I think my office is also we are practicing working from home really, especially for non-essential workers. Like for us, we are doing marketing, right? Same thing as if in office and in at home, right? So I think that will be the new norm. Nobody will be encouraged to go to office unless necessary. Then it will make sense to actually invest in Kajang and stuff like that. Personally, I'm also looking around that area because you come to think of it, right? I would consider the proximity to the MRT stations because there's a lot of MRT stations in Kajang. And the weirdest thing about that area is Kajang, Serdang, and Cheras. It's a very, very blur line, Sri Kembangan some more. Right, in one location you got like 4 different addresses, so you no matter what you call it is correct. So so it's a very, very interesting place. And I think it's also very safe because it's within the affordable range, right? So I guess you are right. Okay, Jason, thank you very much. Peter, go. Hi, Sean. Which will drive the value of a township higher? Building more office towers or specialist hospital with hotel? Currently, currently, neither. It's irrelevant right now. And hospitals is kind of scary. So I think the whole mindset of proximity will be revised. What I mean is that last time you stay close to all these things will make sense because those are also job opportunities, right? But now I think education would be a better one. That's why you can see a lot of international school are driving a lot of townships around KL lah. Like every got one new place must have international school, and the number of international schools are also mushrooming like mad like that. So one of the move, and number two will be parks, landscaping and things like that. So a lot when developers are required to build a township, right? They also are imposed with the authority by the authority on a requirement to provide open space. And most of the time, the open space, right? And they will need to provide retention pond. Retention pond is a water feature where it's supposed to takong air. It takong air, then what happens is when rain, right? Then it prevents flooding for townships. What do is they dress up these retention ponds into like a water feature and they build the open space around it to make it like a garden and a park lah. And I think with the modern lifestyle, a lot of people are more into wellness and things like that. So open space is also one of the things. So again, educational stuff, open space, right? Workouts and things like that. Then after that is commercial needs. Like I want to hang out in the township where there's easy access to food. Right? Nothing much. It's not very difficult to ask for lah. But then a trick, right? There's a lot of investors last time old school old birds, right? They teach me is that to follow wherever the big brands go. For example, McDonald's, right? Now you can see McDonald's drive-through is mushrooming a lot because their strategy is also to move away from commercial centers and shopping centers because I think like commercial centers, right? They always raise their price in terms of rental. So it's not as well they just get a piece of property and they build themselves. So another one is just Aeon. You just follow Aeon, it won't go wrong one. So there's this developer slash friend. He whatever Aeon is, he just buys the commercial lots, right? And now very good. Right. So I think that's the answer, Peter. Valen Lam. Hi Sean. Can you please let me know how the Malaysia property auction work? Okay. Every time the loan is not performing and NPL, right? They, financial people they call it NPL. To me, is that it did. Hold on, yeah. Hold on. I'm waiting for the internet to stabilize. This internet thing. Maybe I can get a better line. Okay, we are back. Okay, Valen. Auction property happens when an owner fails to perform 3 months of installment payment. So if you don't pay the first month, right, then you get warning letter. And then you don't pay the second month, right, then basically your phone will ring every day, right? Please make payment, please make payment, please make payment. Third month, please take payment. Then fourth month, right, then they will officially send you a lawyer letter. Then they will ask you to pay. If you cannot pay, right, then they will actually NPL, sorry, non-performing loan, NPL. Then after that, it will be submit all the lawyers' letters and they will submit it to court. And 6 months, 3 to 6 months later, it will appear in the auction market. And in the auction market, they will have a reserve price. Reserve price is usually 30 to 35%. 30%, let's say in this discussion, 30% below market rate. It means that let's say the property is 500,000, the reserve price, right, is actually 350,000. People who are interested to bid, right, you need to register yourself. you need to prepare a 1% bank draft, which is 1% is 3,005. Yeah, you need to prepare a 3,005, or some they require 3%, which is like 10,500. So you need to prepare that bank draft or check. You need to pass to the auctioneer or the agents lah. Then you are allowed to go into the auction hall. And in the auction hall, let's say, right? So now I think it's a very good question. Let's say that's who's planning to bid, right? And the person with the hammer, I don't know what the fella call, but the auctioneer, let's say, right? Let's say there will be 4%. So per bid, right? Every time you are given a card and you'll be raising your hand, every time you raise your hand will be an increment of 2,000 to 5,000, depending on the auctioneer lah. So let's say there's 4%. 4% straight away, 350 plus 8,000 already. 300, so the starting 358,000. Like, who wants to bid? Every time a person raise hand, then it will add 2,000. So maybe 364, 370, deal. Okay, so when it's deal, then you will proceed with the loans and whatsoever lah. The thing to be noted, right, is that you cannot argue after the auction, meaning like, wait, I haven't seen the property leh. Wow, this property, right, the water bill and electricity bill, right, it's 5,000 eh. Or there's unresolved things inside the building. So all those are your problem. If you get it, like that, you are getting the property as is basis. It means that whatever you get, it's totally that case, that scenario as is basis. Even inside us, that's why last time Mont Kiara got cases where they get the unit ready, they open the fridge, right? There's a body inside. So I think those are just old time stories lah. Because now all auction properties, right, are mainly new properties. New properties meaning like they just VP, but these buyers, because they also cannot make ready. So most of these properties will be quite attractive. So what you can do to look into these auction markets, right? You go to Facebook, just type auction or auctioneer or KL property or KL auction property whatsoever, right? There's a lot of groups, and you just follow them and you can see, get familiarized first lah. So a trick, right? I did this when I was like 19 or 20. So I nothing to do. I will go to this auction halls and just sit there, put money, right? Sit there. To just, you will be shocked where you can see apartments in Kajang, right? Low cost is like 25,000 only. Pretty cool. I think it's a very, very cool experience. Okay. Thank you very much, Valen. Chef Circle. Hi, Sean. I need a McMansion. Come on, bro. Okay. Lee Boon Hao. Hi, Sean. Your thoughts about Iskandar Putri and Medini area? And if Sunway Iskandar and Ecoworld would turn out to be successful in short or longer term, what is needed to stimulate that area further? I think about Iskandar Putri, right, and Medini area. Medini is the capital of the entire Iskandar region. And Iskandar region, right, it's around 5,000 acres. So you got zone A, B, C, D, E, F. Medini, it's in sorry, you have A, B, C, D, E, F flagships. So you have JB Central, you got Iskandar Putri, you got Masai area is also under Iskandar development, is that there are certain guidelines and tax incentive for certain businesses to be developed lah. Then Medini area, the entire property again is divided into A, B, C, D, E, F piece of land, and the whole Medini actually belongs to Khazanah and Temasek. So it's a joint venture, becomes Medini. And now Ecoworld is not in Medini, but in Iskandar. So Medini, it's a lease. It's not even leasehold. It belongs to the state. But a lease, after 99 years, your land belongs to a company. And that company is Khazanah plus Temasek. Yeah, pretty cool. But with this model, then you will have certain attractive features to it where you don't have RBGT. And because it's a government initiative, right, by the federal, there's a lot of monetary movement, which our government actually pay Legoland to come here and operate. It means we built the Legoland, right? We spend our money to build Legoland, and we need to pay Legoland to come here and operate, and whatever profit they make, give them just to drive the place. Then you have EduCity as well. You have the Southampton University. You have the MMU also there. You have the got one is very aggressive lately. Reading, University of Reading, where there's like the batch of Eco World and the more. So Eco World is at the boundary of Iskandar Putri. Sunway Iskandar is smack in the center, right? The center of attraction for Medini itself. Then what is needed, right? I think population. Because the thing is this, I think, I don't know whether should I share this, but I was there 5 years. And during the construction of Legoland, I was already there. The thing is this, initiative versus state government initiative. Without state government initiative, right, I think the Medini, whatever project that was launched, all sold pretty well until the entry of China developers, such as Country Garden, such as RNF, such as Greenland, right? This is where the phenomenon where one launch 10,000 units, 9,000 over to be exact. So just to exaggerate a little bit, it's 10,000 units, right? Then you free one unit here in Malaysia. Yes, it's true. Then after that, you have the Forest City, where they literally built an island with, again, don't know how many thousand units there. And that seems to be the problem. And if you look into the NAPIC data, overhang always Johor number one. And that indirectly just spoils the whole market. If not whatever, when I was there, right, all my subcons, all my plumber, my bricklayer, my subcontractors, right, all property millionaires, because whatever they buy, almost double in 2 to 3 years' time. And this is mainly landed, really. So the problem there, oversupply of apartments that is like 7 to 800,000 per unit. And if you look into the landed properties, it's only 5 to 600,000, a very decent one. So that's the gap lor. Okay, so I think it needs a very long time, to be very honest. So thank you, Lee Boon Hao. Malcolm Chu, yes, I think the live is very interesting. Yeah. Dong Jing Lee, wow, Jason, you're asking Sean live for sure. Actually listen to me, then hang out with your friends, man. Okay. Malcolm Chu, what do you think about buying condo in Subang Jaya? Subang Jaya, it depends where like mainly a lot of people buy condo, right? It's just around the SS15 area They just want because of the student area, then high rental returns. So good for investment. Personally, I won't stay. Right? I would actually look into landed secondhand or those walk-up apartments. Personally, I like and I love walk-up apartments and a lot of good deals, right? Subang Jaya, especially around the USJ area. All the Goodyear courts, right? If you guys know what is Goodyear courts, you can go Google right now, or you can go iProperty right now, search for Goodyear courts. All those old school apartments, right? The rental returns, right? Very good one. Glen Lim, I think I need to move faster. I think because the first few questions are already so heavy. Anyway, Glen Lim, hi Sean, keep up the good work. Thank you very much. KC, hi Sean, what's your take on MRT route potential development? What's my take? MRT. So I think MRT is always a good story to sell projects And a lot of people say, oh yeah, got MRT, right? Didn't see effect also. But a project with MRT and without MRT, right, you can immediately see the difference. Especially around the southern side, like the Cheras, Kajang side. But if you see like TTDI, right, suddenly you got MRT, right? Nothing much happened also. Lee Chen Huan, hi Sean, what's your opinion for Bell Suite Sun Surya? And with this time, is it good for long term or short term for university if the location around the area? Bandar San Surya, that one is mainly, again, also I would temporarily, right? Temporarily, it depends on your base properties, which means like your your target tenants, right, or your target audience are actually non-Malaysians or non-locals. So all these, right, are actually heavily affected. But that also means, right, the developers also know this game, so they will actually throw in a lot of incentive. So if you can get one and you have the holding power, then you can go ahead lah. You need to hold like I think for a year. I think the news is around June or July only. They will consider to ease people back into university, and I think university classrooms, right, will never be the same again. So I'm not sure. So I think short term definitely no. Long term, it's when all these properties that's focusing on student accommodation, right, are very run down. All of us are teenage. 18, 19, 20 are the worst time. You don't maintain your unit, you just tear down the whole place lah. But rental rates, of course, still will be there. But if you want sub-sale value, then not really lor. Valen Lam, do they have a view date? No, there's no view date. You cannot look at the property unless the agent bring you. Number two, can you offer the property before auction and under offer if you know the person in the bank, the auction person. Yes, if you have connections lah. Right? Glenn Lim, learning more about property investment. More rewarding financially than keep parking. Sure not. Thank you very much, Glenn. JMR, hi Sean, can you please do a review on Lakefront at Cyberjaya? Would love to hear your thoughts about the projects because I purchased a dual key unit there. Congratulations. So I think once you purchase already, right, I think you will actually know more about me. But the thing is this though, like Cyberjaya, right? A lot of people think that it's like a ghost town. But it depends which part of Cyberjaya that you go to, lah. Because now Cyberjaya got traffic jam already. And what's the mall called already? The one with the cinema one. Oh no, I forgot what's the name of the mall. Is it so long I didn't go out already? Never mind. The problem with Cyberjaya is the stigma to it, right? A lot of people are promised that it will be the next major city infrastructure, top number one in Malaysia kind of thing, but nothing happened, unfortunately lah. But instead, Putrajaya boom like nobody's business. Jeff Boone, thank you. Hi. Hi, Sean. From Hafiz. What do you think of the capital appreciation and market for vicinity, especially their townhouse? Does the Dash Highway plays a yes, definitely. But Dash Highway, right? When Cahaya SPK was launched, back because Sunway also has a project there, it was promised and sold. This story, like Dash Highway, was sold like 8 to 10 years ago already. 8 to 10 years ago already, they have been talking about Dash Highway until now. I think only it's completed. So that's the thing also that I want everybody to know, right? Yes, they are plannings. Yes, don't know. So a lot of people are actually betting on it. Yeah. So yes, Dash Highway does play a very, very big role because that, right, connects that side of Gatri side over to Kota Damansara side. So from Kota Damansara side, right, then if you shoot up further some more, it's already Mont Kiara. So their forecast is half an hour lah. They say half an hour from the toll to toll gate, 30 minutes lah. That's what they say lah. I'm not sure lah. But if you look into the map, it's possible. Just like when Max Highway is empty, it's very, very convenient. But nobody thought that Max Highway also jam. No kind 90. Is it just me or the stream is lagging badly? Yes. So it's the internet ma. So I think because everybody is online and everybody's at home, so be a little bit more patient. Because in the stream, YouTube will actually tell me when it's lagging. So when it's lagging lah. Okay. Randy Tan, hi Sean, will the developer resell the overhang properties at lower price after MCO just to clear the stocks? If yes, how they are going to explain to the existing owner? Interesting. Okay, Randy, will the developer resell the overhang at lower price? No, openly. Okay, there's two ways of selling a product, right? So one is publicly. Public, I will not sell below the price that you guys, the first phase buyers, buy. Okay, but what I will do is that I will actually link up with a lot of these property so-called gurus lah, property players or property speakers. Okay, let's call them property speakers. Then they will sell to their students in terms of bulk purchasing. So let's say one time they will sell 30, they will sell 50, then they will demand from the developer in a special arrangement or special deal. For example, 30% the first phase buyers, right, did not enjoy at all. Maybe they still need to place 3% deposit or down payment, which is pretty screwed up lah, actually, this kind of thing. So behind, underground, they actually sell to all these bulk purchase people. Because I just did a video about this today, so maybe tomorrow I'll upload it. But then publicly, no, I will not do such a thing because it will be very bad for my reputation. But top developers like Sunway, EcoWorld, SamW, they will not, and they will not risk a lot more Chinese ape developers, right? They all go this kind of thing one. Jeff Boone, Sifu. No lah, I'm not Shifu. I'm just like your elder brother. Okay. Do you think that Canal City near Kota Kemuning got potential? Canal City. Canal City is where? Where is Canal City? It's I don't know where's Canal City like. Is it the Lee developer one? Okay, James Sun. Hi Sean, how this radar actually function? Do they also monitor developers don't abandon their project halfway? Radar is a group where it consists every representative from property developers in Malaysia. And the most interesting thing about Radar, about Malaysia, right? We have a lot. I mean, I think easily around 1,004. I last checked lah, 1,417. I think developers in Malaysia itself, because basically everyone can become a developer. So Verda becomes that professional body, and they are supposed to represent all this property. But if you really take close look into the board, right, the board members, not every developers actually join them, because unfortunately, every time when these kind of bodies are formed, right, a lot of people are there for personal interest, not for the whole entire clan of developers instead, right? So yeah, body are supposed to take care of each other, right? But ultimately they are all enemies, business frenemies lah, friend plus enemy lah, frenemies. So I think this kind of radar thing, right? Yeah, it's good to have so everybody become president or whatsoever, like, but actually nobody cares one. Just like property awards. If you tell me property awards or this developer, this project got don't know how many awards before, does it make sense to actually awarded to projects, right, that has yet to be built? Macam you tahu, like the end product is going to be awesome, right? So a lot of things don't make sense on. I think because all are money driven. The fact, right, the actual fact, the truth about this industry is a lot of people are in here because it's lucrative in terms of money. Everything is huge and big amount. So very rare that people want to share the passion for real estate, right? They share the passion of the building itself. Not really. They all share passion for the money only. Right? So I hope that Cheong. Hi Sean, I'm interested to ecotropics Masai. Okay. do you think it's possible to upgrade become city? And should I go to Eco World or Masing developer? I would say, eh, because it's very close to the pricing. But personally, I've been to both, right? Uh, I kind of more inclined to Eco World side lah because of living, right? If it's for a house that you're going to stay, yeah, lah, but actually, it's wrong for me to say that. I shouldn't decide for you. Number one is I would actually compare, right, side by side. Terrace house 24, 2275, 2275. Gated and guarded, this one maybe individual title. This one need to pay maintenance, but this one got facilities, this one don't have. This one got security, this one also got security. So this one is closer to the new highway. This one it's a bit further away from the new highway. I think from the Petronas station, Masing one is closer to the east-west highway, right? Then Eco World is actually nearer. So it depends, right? Just that, and now, although it's very, very attractive in terms of pricing, the whole town is heavily relying on what's this called? Yeah, Pengerang, yes. So Pengerang, which is the petroleum company, you have a lot of subcons for petroleum as well. So you have Dialog Group, you have KLK Group, you have a lot of big companies there, and a lot of accommodations are required. So those are the that the jam lah. I think the morning jam, if you were to work in the JB town, right? Let's say Permas, then okay lor. But if you work into JB, Johor Bahru's town itself, or you want to travel, then it's pretty jammed though. Yeah. Alvin Go. Hi Sean, thanks for the live again. Can the electricity, water, and internet line be under the tenant's name? Yes. Okay. By right. Okay. By right. Every time a new user of the space will register for their own water, electricity, and internet. But the actual fact is that the processes are too much, and the deposit for relevant like water also got deposit, electricity also got deposit, internet also got deposit, and it's not very tenant friendly. And if you tell me today you want your tenants to pay, right, and I'm your neighbor, I also rent out, tell them no need, you just pay me straight, right? Mine will actually get the tenants first, right? So these are a little bit more sensible in terms of approach. Put yourself in the eyes of in the shoes of the tenant, and you will feel the impact lah. Okay, so yes, it can be that, but why, right? It doesn't make sense at all. And I think that applies to internet. I think, I'm sorry, I think that applies to internet, not the owner, right? Electricity must be the owner, just that the internet must be under the tenant. Yeah. Okay, so corrections, I misunderstood, because sometimes when you sell the property already, okay, another, just to add on further to that question, like A sold to B, right? But A still have the deposit in the water and the electricity, but B is the official owner already. B will still remain this user name of the A. So like, I think one of my property also, my name is Azlina, not Sean. So it's pretty weird lah, but I think it functions so no problem. HS. Hi Sean, what is your opinion on Bukit Jalil and Jalan Ipoh as investment area, particularly Pavilion, Park Sky, Jalil, and the Birch? Okay. First of all, those are different price range. I think the Birch is slightly more affordable, middle upper, but Pavilion last one, right? So both have their good and both have their bad. So it depends on what you want and what's your risk appetite. Leo Sire, yeah, hi man. Kid King, listening to this while I shower. Oh my god. Bobby Gun, Hi Sean, do you encourage us to spend money on house defect inspection before we start house renovation? It should be before or after the renovation, as we do have 2 to 3 years defect liability period. Okay. Now, I think great question, Bobby. Let's break down this question right into two different use. The property, right? Scenario one, it's for investment. Investment, then I think no need. Because time is money. Yeah lah. So like the one of the defect liability that I video that I do, right? If it's very obvious, right? Like meaning it cannot be, the space will actually be affected. For example, aircon cannot on, or water leakage, or the socket, right? No electricity, or the door actually cannot close. All those kind of things, then it will affect the functionality, then you fix it. But like for scratches on the wall or unevenness of the tiles and things like that, right? Basically, I won't care one because I'm fighting against time. 1 month, I can get the renovation ready. And especially like if I work in the makeover guys, right? To me, my unit get ready in 18 days. So by the time I make my next installment payment, my unit is rented out already. But this is rental. Okay. If it's for investment, if it's for own stay, right? You want to stay, yes, you gotta check very thoroughly because you will stay in that house, ma. So you check once on the things, especially for the kitchen, like house renovation, mainly if you own stay, right? You will heavily invest on the kitchen. So the kitchen tiles you must inspect first, the plumbing, because you gotta make sure before the work, right, it's actually functional. And if not, later you add on your cabinets really, or you put in or you hack some of the things, right, then some of the things are actually affected. For example, the wiring, because you nail something in and it kena the pipe or it kena the wiring, then you tell the developer won't bother one because it's renovation. So be very, very careful. So the practice, especially for landed properties, right, individual title one, those uncle, right, they will do after defect liability period one. Yeah. So a lot of houses, right? Last time when I was an agent, after DLP, 2 to 3 years, right, the price suddenly shoot out because now 2 years already, no problem. Everybody starts buying and transacting. Then they start renovating. Then you'll see everybody is like a competition like that. Very, very, very amazing to watch. Okay, so Bobby, two kind of scenario investment. Then I will don't really care lah because 299 I might as well do myself. Not that thorough also they do one, but to them it's like free money. And most of them, right, 299 is they want to sell you their renovation services. So they tell you like, oh, this kind of defect checks I free for you, like free, but they want you as your lead, ma. Get it? So it's a marketing thing because there's no professional certificate like saying that I'm a professional defect checker. So there's no such thing yet in the market. Yes, there are some course and some certificate, but it's not a certified or a professional body yet lah. Okay, Glenn, congrats, finance minister, love 80 view. You have 75. Wow, I don't like that way. Okay, so Glenn Lim, live telecast. Vinish, yep, Sean, I agree with you that attending an auction is very interesting. I used to attend auctions that were held in hotels because of the free makan. I'm in for something else. Okay, so since we are here, right, we want to talk about auction as well because just now there was a question about auction. Just now when we are saying that ABCD will bet, right? Will beat bet, they will beat. So there will be an underground arrangement or backdoor arrangement, meaning like, okay, A will tell B, C, and D that you don't bid at all. Because so now you guys B, C, D, if you don't bid and A, me, I get the property, right? I will pay each of you extra 1,000 cash on the spot if I get the property. So there's a lot of this kind of investment, this kind of jalan back then. But now, no more already, because everything is going on E. So you are actually e-bidding. So there will be a representative, which most probably be your agent on site. Then you are on the other line of the internet ke, or lifeline ke, or something like this lah. Then you bid lor. No more already, because last time that's how I make my pocket money also. Randy Tan, thank you, Sean. Government has lowered the foreign entry threshold for local properties. 1 million to 600,000, if not mistaken. Will this affect the benefit of local, as developers will focus on property for foreign? Okay. My take lah, right? My take on this kind of properties is this. Since it's unsellable already, since nobody wants to buy already, right? Then the government try to clear law. So every time foreigner buy, right, it means foreign direct investment ma. So every time a foreign will actually flow through. So for example, when developer makes money, the staff makes money. The staff makes money means the highway contractor makes money, the contractor makes money, the subcon makes money, the general workers make money. Then all these people will go and eat ma. So the hawkers make money, the service centers make money, the other services all start to make money lor. Yeah, so it's a form of stimulating the economy also. But is the welfare of the locals actually protected? I think in Johor it's pretty international already. Go back, right? If you go to something about what's the kopitiam name already? What tea already? That's one. So I was sitting there having my breakfast, right? And very weirdly, the standard breakfast for Johorians are actually mee siam plus one egg. So in front of me will be Japanese, Korean, Ang Mo, Mat Salleh, and the back is China internationals. So I feel pretty international, especially in Bukit Indah area and Medini observations, and whether or not this will stimulate the market, I don't think so lah, because if you look into the COVID situation right now. All right. Wei Min, what do you think about property area around PNB 118 TRX BBCC, those under con? Those are exciting, but I think it will be driven based on, it's not going to be organic driven, it's going to be political driven, because like you look, right, there is not cheap. So, and there will be a lot of office towers. What is happening right now is that the government are actually forcing the other agencies, for example, the KWSP lah, or the government agencies, a lot of agencies in Malaysia. What will happen is they are somewhat forced to move into this kind of offices. So that will guarantee the occupancy for a while. But I'm actually more interested in the other junction of the Kampong Pandan roundabout. Because like let's say 12 o'clock is the TRX, right? If you go to 6 o'clock, right, it's half price. More than half price. So it means, right, what I'm trying to say is TRX is, let's say, 1,008 to 2,000 per square feet. On the 12 o'clock roundabout, if you move to 800 per square feet only, why, as an investor, right, why would I go for a 2,000 per square feet property unless I have a different agenda. So it means that I'm buying for collection. I'm buying, right, just to tell my girlfriend, or I'm just to tell my friends, right, oh, you see that building so nice, right, I got a unit. A lot of people also buy property because of that one. Okay. Chi Cheng, hi Sean, hi. Celine Teng, hi Sean. Do you think property projects in Bukit Jalil are oversupply and overpriced? No, no, because I'm comparing in terms of the surrounding, right? If you look, Bukit Jalil, right, has that, because of the infrastructure and the open areas lah. Excuse me. So it means that if you compare to, then it is a bit more atas one. You feel more atas when you are in Bukit Jalil in comparison to Puchong Jaya or Bandar Putri lah. They're very, very subma. Then if you look into Sri Petaling, also old township, right? Then you drive a little bit further, then you will reach the mines already. Again, very zap. But then Bukit Jalil has been this what you call it, the Sukan 98 one, the Sea Games town, right? So if you have, then you have IMU there, you have Apit there, you have the LRT, not the stadium is there. Then there's a lot of open areas. Density is not as much. So I think when you say it's oversupply, right, it's based on which side you're looking. Lor. So because you look into Puchong area, right, the population in Puchong is crazy one. I don't know where all these people come out from because let's say on a normal day, right, before MCO lah, before MCO, right, that main street in front of the main highway in front forever jam one. So I think whether is it oversupply and overpriced, right? They are still buying. So I'm saying it's not. Yep. So it's more of like a higher end because if you look right, Puchong, Kinrara, Bukit Jalil. So Bukit Jalil is more of the atas side because there's a golf course. There's not one but two golf courses. Pretty cool. Uh, James Sun, hi, own stay. Do I need an inspector to look at the property condition before signing any SPA? Where to look for them? Does it cost a lot to pay this inspector? You just Google the fact check officer. A lot of people now start to provide this kind of services lah. But sub sales, right? The trick is to take a lot of pictures. Okay. The thing is, a lot of people when they go to the property, right, then they will see the drawing. Behind the drawings is actually a hole. You don't know the sofa. Then you can remove the sofa and you check. Wait, my internet is stuck. Wait Chotomatic. So water break. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so internet problem again. I'm sorry. Macam my problem. Okay. Inspection for sub-sale properties. I would yes, there are such officers providing such services and it's around like not cheap lah, 599, 799 also got. Then I would suggest, right, on a normal basis, like what I did is I took super a lot of pictures. I take because after SPA sign and before SPA sign, a lot of people say, hey, when I come and see the property, it's not like that. And it affects and it impacts, right, it because of the chandelier. Ma. So when I agree, when we say, right, okay, whatever in the house now is mine, right? Okay, settle, then I sign, right? But after when the hand over, whatever money all transfer already, the chandelier gone. Then they say you got no proof. Then you say, hey, we agree already, ma. Then, but again, also the SPA, right? Inside, there's always an attachment of whatever that you want and original side. For example, let's say among sofa, right, a lot of people use carpet, a trick, right, to actually hide those timber floor, right, that it has termites or whatsoever. They just put a carpet over it. So, yeah, those are the tricks. And if you are certain that you want to buy the property, just get the property inspector, because if not, right, takkan you want to check every property that you go to, may. Unless you are certain, then I would suggest it's part of the deal. Yep. Good question though. Tan Yu Chiang, hey man. How about for investment? Sungai Besi, the problem with Sungai Besi is the main highway is an afterthought. It means that because if you understand road system, right, Sungai Besi is just a land of highways lah. It's very convenient actually. It's connected to all the old addresses and a lot of things to eat. That's what I like about and what I love about Sungai Besi. But the thing is, it's a land of highways. Okay. It means local road. Okay, road system. Actually, again, highway. Okay, so highways, there are also categories like 4 lanes, 3 lanes, 2 lanes. And after highway, right, you cannot terrace connect into a service apartment, right? It wouldn't make sense one. But now if you look into most of the highways, right, that's a problem. And if you are staying in a service apartment that is directly connected to a highway, right, you have this, you are not eased into your home one. So that's the feeling that I really, really don't like lah. So supposingly in terms of town planning, then you will need to go to a primary road, right? So a 4 lane, you actually corner out, you take a left turn, then it becomes a 2 lane. After a 2 lane, a big 2 lane become a small 2 lane, right? Then it becomes a secondary road, tertiary road, then only it goes to a local road, which most of our house connected to. Those like the longgang at the side one, right? So those are the local road. So you cannot straight away branch out from a highway into the service apartments. And that is most of the demographics, no, typologies of the apartments straight away, right? Like you drive 120, straight away go to your apartment. That is something that I don't like about Sungai Besi's new condos lah. This applies for the new condos lah. But the old addresses, I love it lah. Yes, Deep House, the JMR. Yes, you are right. Deep House Mall, right? If you go to Deep House Mall in Cyberjaya, your perception of Cyberjaya immediately change. Kit King, hi Sean. I just bought a 200,000 Rumah Selangor. Very good. It's my first property and own stay currently. What do you think of Rumah Selangor project? Is it a good investment? If you rent out because of the low price, then it's good. But if it's for capital appreciation, there's certain limitation to Rumah Selangor. So no, right? Again, investment or for yield, for rental returns, yes, it's a very good. For capital appreciation, no, because there's restriction to it. But for own stay, it's amazing, right? Because I think I have easily like 5 to 6 friends the same the same Rumah Selangor in Setia Alam. Very, very cool place. Yes. Michael Lee, hi. Your view on Ara Damansara service apartments for investment. Okay. There's a few lah. I think the most popular one is Kantara by Sam Darby. I think that is very, very amazing because it's close to the new LRT station. Then it's Ara Damansara is pretty sought after to Tropicana and Kota Damansara Street. And the other side is you should be connect to Bandar Utama. But the problem is that junction always jam. So the thing is that Kantara is one junction away from that. So if you look into the rest, right, I think there's one Verde or Verve, Verde. So Verde is very, very well priced when the property developer launched lah. But I think subsale it's got a bit more regularized really the price. The water one, Mizu whatever. The one that is right in front, the center one. That one I reviewed before. Good for investment because there's a Japanese school and there's a lot of new offices coming out by Sam Darby because the main developer in Ara Damansara is Sam Darby. And Sam Darby have a lot of arms. They have the automobile, they have the plantation, they have the properties, macam-macam ada lah of those into Ara Damansara. So that might be a good thing. But Sam Darby also built their own. Again, internet. Come on, internet. Okay, we are back. Okay, so I think that will be your answer, Michael. Yeah. Snow to you. But okay, that's just a joke lah. But then I will require more context, please. Snow. Jeff Boone, Canal City with Eco Sanctuary, Tropicana 25/7, Rimbayo, that area. Oh, okay. So since you have all those kind of data already, right? To me, it's you can Again, you just go through the 4 basic steps, right, Jeff? Then you will know what to do. Muhammad Kamal, hi Sean, it would be good to see apartment maintenance security contracts to be better regulated. Our JMC just signed an overpriced contract that has very, very tight exit clause. Yes, I agree, right? The very, very unfortunate truth is that no one likes to be part of the apartment JMC because it's perceived as extra work on top of my work lah, on top of my family lah. Now I still need to work for my apartment mate, walao, right? Unfortunately, that's the blame the awareness lah. But I see a lot of improvements already. Now the meetings, right, JMB meetings are actually conducted in a very, very professional manner already. However, things still take time, and I'm sorry to hear that your JMC may be. And if you just there's 2 ways. So either you play victim or you be very active about it. If you're very active about it, right? So every meeting you join and you make noise, then maybe you will change something in WhatsApp only. Then sorry lo. That's the sad truth actually in strata living. Nigel Chong. Hi Sean, do you think Exim property in Damansara Perdana will do well? I think this question keeps coming up. The answer last weekend was, I think it's possible, but the construction seems to be the main hurdle, right? Because now it's not done well, that's why the initial developer, and they are facing a lot of problem in terms of construction. And whatever you say is true. That area, right? It's very, very high dense. And that price, I think that's why. But what's attractive about it is the entry price is very low. 300 over thousand, 400,000, you can get a unit really. And if you compare everywhere else, right, that seems reasonable. Finish, Sean, you should do your own yearly best facility, best design, best ROI. I've thought about it before Vinish. I've actually thought about it. But the thing is, right, it will become biased one, no matter how, right? Suddenly, let's say, right, I say Sam W is the worst. No, not the worst lah. But if part of the developers are not in that list, right, next time in the future, it will only restrict me to visit their properties in the future. So from that direction, I can have access to their property and they are always welcome. So I will be always welcome in every single property in Malaysia. That's why I don't do it just yet until maybe I have 500 property reviews and then maybe. Right. Chef Circle. Hi Sean, what is the purpose of booking fee? Well, you're very persistent with this, Alvin. Okay. Okay. Very interesting fact. In accordance to law, as booking fee. Booking fee is illegal. It means, right, it's either earnest deposit for sub-sale or it's full 10% down payment for new properties. However, right, the norm of the market is because most of them gives and provide 10% discount. And 10% discount means zero down payment. No? But then I will need some form of transaction, some form of from a legal standpoint, there needs to be an offer and there needs to be a recipient. So you offer something, then there's a transaction. Then only you can start taking whatever paperwork, right, and apply your loan lah, do this lah, do that lah, right? So maybe you can book the unit first. If not, right, there's no need for the 10%. Like last time, no such thing as booking fee, all pay 10%. But if everybody now switch back to 10%, only you can buy properties, right? Property should always crash one. Because who walks, right? Hasbi Siddiqui. What do you think about Meridian East project? Again, the problem with Johor is oversupply and it's the wrong target market. They thought that Medini Iskandar Putri will be an international area just because the proximity to Singapore is very close. Unfortunately, right? Singapore education, right? That is a very surprising thing that a lot of people don't understand. They they rather send their kids to Johor's International School because it's cheaper, right? But they do it on a daily basis. Number two, if Singaporeans were to come to Johor and stay, right, why would they stay in a high rise? Right? So all of them will actually stay in landed properties. That's why Horizon Hill is doing very, very well, despite the whatever property bubble that just happened there, lah, minor bubble, lah, right? A little bit. Lah. That's the main difference. Like Horizon Hill, if you buy Horizon Hill in comparison to a high-rise project in Medini, right? Then the landed property, although it's overpriced, but then it's still very healthy. There's always demand for it. A Inc. Hi Sean, since BNM revised the OPR rate, what do you think now is a good BR interest for housing loan? Well, it depends on the amount that you're taking. Like if you're taking 1 million and above versus a 300,000, of course the 1 million rate is actually better. And this differs from bank to bank. So there's two ways. Every time when you want to apply for a loan, you can go for a mortgage banker or you directly liaise with the particular bank's loan department, right? Again, mortgage banker means that they can actually that they take the same documents, right, and they submit to Hong Leong, OCBC, Public Bank, Maybank, CIMB, all together one shot. They submit for you, but then you can lay all on the table. You can see very transparently which one is the lowest. Unlike you do yourself, you go to one bank only, one bank only, one bank only. Get it? Liu Junxian, hi Sean, not Saw, okay? I have seen your property review for Eco Majestic and Setia Eco Hill. What is your opinion about these two areas? For own stay is amazing, provided if you stay around the area lah. And looking at the trend for those area will start to boom a little bit because now it's okay for people to stay further away because I'm not as required to in the office as much already. Maybe 1 week I travel to KL twice. That's about it. Unlike every day, 6 days a week, 9 to 5. But I think that if I'm like because my team right in the makeover guys, we are very ergo home, right? Because we did the ID lah, and the whole concept of the show unit is actually comes from this brain, right? The main personas are joint incomes around 7,000, which means right, it's either if you're a YouTuber or if you're a freelancer, an insurance agent, real estate agent, or you do those direct selling one, you are like emerald, diamond, whatsoever, right? Then you don't need to travel a location. The only thing that a lot of people are hesitant about is that location. So it's really relative one. Like if my parents actually stay in Kajang, it makes total sense to buy there. But if my parents are actually around Puchong, right, then no way lah, right? So it's very simple. Kev Tew. Hi Sean. Mana pergi? Kev Tew. Hi Sean. I'm living in a unit at the top floor of a 15-year-old condominium. My bedroom ceiling leaks water on rainy days. JMB has not resolved it after 2 years. What other actions I can take against JMB? You can try the tribunal, right? You can actually try the tribunal. Wait, I'm actually having trouble scrolling. Wait, okay, I'm back. Okay. I suggest tribunal, or there's one more is the COB, Commission of Buildings. You can go try Commission of Buildings. You tell them your problem and have no worries, right? You don't need a legal letter, lawyer to produce all these documents for you. These are actually very layman friendly. It means that you can just go to the tribunal and say that ask for advice, right? Hey, I have this leaking problem and the JMB don't want to solve. And that's the main problem, right, for penthouse. Because your roof, okay, let's say this is a condo lah. Your roof, right, is actually shared by the whole building. Then if the roof leaking, right, by right, it's an everyone's whether or not to fix, right? You are the only one that is actually facing all the music, which is like water leakage lah, water spill lah, this and that, right? But I would suggest that you can try to document all the damage done by the leakage first. Yeah, like it's leaking, then you must see that the stains, you must have a lot of photographs. And you put all these photographs, write in an email to tribunal, the consumer tribunal. And one more is the Commission of Buildings, COB. I guess that will help. Aisha Baharin, what do you think? Notice there is a high tension cable behind the building. Will this affect rental and also resale value? Well, it depends on what price, though. Because very realistically, right? This project A, project B, then this is the pylon. Of course, project A will actually be cheaper than project B, right? But then maybe in terms of rental, it will be the same. Because as a tenant, I don't care whether got high tension or not. I only be very mindful of these kind of things. Yep. Lim Yu Heng. Hi Sean, do you recommend first time home buyer to buy sub sale? Yes. Yes, because provided you have the capital, because that allows you to have more certainty in your investment. You buy, you exactly know what's happening and what's the surrounding and what's the rental rates and things like that. Whereas new property, right, you all based on guess and reputation of the developer. John Tan, hi Sean, I love your videos and content you create in your channel. What is your opinion on the Sunway Serene for your own stay? Is it wise to get a unit right below the gym, which is located above? I think the location is amazing. Pricing wise, a bit steep, right? Means that it's a bit pricey if you look into the data, because Glomac just launched the very cheap one, which is Plaza Kanana Jaya. It's just next to it only. But you can still enjoy the lake and it's Sunway lah. So Western Digital also, they bought over, and there's going to be future development there as well, right? So you're actually more into the brand, okay? So that one is up to your affordability. If you like it as a own stay, nothing much I can say one. And if you can afford it, right, go ahead by all means. If you can afford it, you really like it, go ahead. But then you want to get above the gym, okay? There's two types of gyms. I am in CrossFit right now lah. So it means that there's a lot of weight throwing. So once we lift, right, we will throw the weight on the floor one, and that will cause a lot of vibration in terms of structure transfer. So that might be annoying. Okay. But I think on a normal condo gym, you won't have such a thing lah. So I think it's a good thing actually, and they might discount some a little bit one. Meaning when they do the pricing strategy, those next to utilities, right, usually is cheaper than those facing good views. Okay, so I hope I answered your question, John. Syed Haider, hi Sean. Any idea if developer asks purchaser to sign additional contract on top of S&P? Example, understanding a delay in completion of the product or change in plan. Yes, right. There are such things, especially when, for example, when I sell, I say it's 36 months, but suddenly the main contractor tells me they need 48 months to complete. But whatever you sign already, right? I can ask you to additional sign again one. If you don't want, then I'll return you the money, right? So a lot of this kind of thing. Douglas D. Alvis. Hi, Sean. Loving the Asking Sean live sessions. Julian Seo. Hi, Sean. Any thoughts on the estate by bond? Quite new at Klang Valley. Yes, I think it's a very, very smart move to put their sales gallery in front of BSC. It straight away gives the premium feel to the project. But if you look into the actual site of the project, then it's a very different story. So the problem is a lot of people buy based on their visit on the sales gallery, not on actual site. So I'm really hoping to see those actual buyers, right? That bought shock one, because the junction to turn into their project, right, is actually quite havoc one. Jason Productions. Hi, with the COVID-19, do you think the HSR will delay even longer, even though the deadline for commencement is end of May? Yes, definitely. Who has time to think about HSR now, right? But good question though. Thank you very much. Douglas, anyways, being contacted from some developers about extra rebates in view of current situation. How do developers approach this who have already bought units before COVID? Unfortunately, they will not, right, Douglas, they will not address those who have already signed and pay already one. But reputable developers, which mean like most of the top tiers, like most of the public listed companies of developments, right? They will they provide extra rebates and all. It means that, let's say, for example, I give you extra 5% discount, or I give you a 3888 package, right? If you book a unit today, those rebates, right, are actually already priced into the unit without you knowing. So it's like this. Let's say I sell 500,000 now, okay? First phase, then I sell out maybe 20% already because I don't open all my second phase. I sell, I will increase 550. But because 550 allows me to tell the story to first phase buyers, your property already increased. Wow, everybody happy, right? But then I provide 10% discount. So actually it's the same. So I actually jack up the price. Then I actually sell below. I give you discount. So your people still buy at 10% below 550,000. So they are still paying actually 500,000, but the loan that they're taking is actually 550. Then everything so well. Phase 3, let's say I cuckoo already because I think like my project is amazing. I want to sell. I become confident, right? I sell 700,000. Oh no, 700,000 I suddenly cannot sell. Maybe one or two buy only, but it's not up to my forecast. So what I will do is I will start planning in terms of rebates. So it becomes a big game of marketing and packaging, where it means that how do I manufacture this deal to be very amazing. Let's say now I will put in, I will even increase the price 730,000, but extra rebates of 30,000 if you sign today, because banks don't usually value the property every now and then one. So most of them only value the property upon launching. Before launch, they will value the property and see how much the property is actually valued at. The second phase is when the completion, almost completion, and the financiers of the owners will want to pay up the first payment. Then they will check the progress at site and things like that. And until hand over, okay, live checking or live verifying the price of the property and value of the property lah. So most of the developers, well, like you say, they give extra discounts, right? Most of this is already priced into the selling price already one. So what you actually enjoy is an easier mode of payment most of the time. But in terms of value, first phase still makes the most sense one. Unless the developer is actually winding up. Meaning like if I will bankrupt, then no point. All right. So I think Douglas, that's the answer. Glenn Lim, hi Sean. Any advice for those overgeared this round? cut loss or continue pay. Yeah, so I think that is a huge problem. A lot of people overgeared, right? Overgeared meaning it's okay lah. So I think there's two scenarios. One is you don't know you overgeared, then goodbye lor. You will need to save you or not. That's why like most of the letters that I'm receiving now, right? A lot of people they multiple submission, meaning that I submit my loan to bank A, B, C, D, E, right? And I sign all of them concurrently. So suddenly one person can buy 5 different units. And some of them even manufacture the pay slip lah, they manufacture the EPF statements lah, which after I hear, my heart actually break, because all this very innocent one, then they get to tell their friends, oh, I got 5 properties already. Then suddenly because of that, right, they got girlfriend very rich, he can buy 5 properties. Those are innocent one, then I'm sorry lor. But I think again, nobody points a gun at you when you sign the documents. So it's all your responsibility and you need to be accountable for it lor. So I think cut loss also cannot because most of them are actually valued like super high. Even and because a lot of cashback 30% cashback and after the cashback, right, it's still overpriced. So you need to sell the loss. It means, right, I buy the property, right, 3 years later when the completion, I sell, right, I still, okay, let's put it numbers. Let's say it's 1 million, but I buy at 1.6 million, right? Then when I get the keys, the actual value is only 800,000, but I owe the bank 1.6 million. Then if I were to clear off, I only can get 800,000, might as well. Because once I clear 800,000, right, I'm actually short of 800,000 that I owe the bank, which is crazy lah. Might as well should actually a lot of people will bankrupt one. But this kind of stories, right? The thing is this, this kind of stories is devastating, it's scary, but nobody wants to listen. It's not popular lah. Like the danger of investment, because they rather like, oh, you're very pessimistic, you must think correctly, then only you can make it. Speaker sell. Peter Go, hi Sean, what's your take on staying on high rise versus low level? What's the pros and cons? I think I did a debate before. My take, if I were to buy for own stay, I will buy high level. But because it's cooler lah, right? But then for investment, I will buy low level because the price is cheaper and tenants don't care. Right? But if it's for own stay, right, then the thing you need to take note is usage of lift lah. So let's say if you stay in a high level, right, the thing you need to consider is the usage of lift and your water sound in your floor trap lah, your toilet lah, right? For example, the main because all sanitary pipes are stacked across the apartment If I'm staying higher, right, so there's less unit above me. And the scary thing is that the second floor one is the most scary one. That's why always when they call it the shit pipe lah, the wastewater pipe, right, always burst at you lah. Okay, but then when lift spoil, then there's emergency, then you need to walk down the stairs. So if you're staying 29th floor, then good luck lor. I personally walked 31 floors before. From the rooftop, I walked down all the way because the lift didn't function. That's very scary. Mr. R1, hi Sean. Hi man. Z Pupul. How do you get approval from all the management first become their video property? Because I tried to video, halal with the guard. I have an approval and an agreement with the property agents. Because all these property agents are actually they have whatever approvals we already want, and it's their marketing collaterals Yep. Because if you think about it, right, I wouldn't want everybody to film the swimming pool one. And if you look into my videos, I rarely film people with I rarely film common areas with people in it, right? So yeah lor. Just think about it, right? Takkan every day people carry camera then film around, right? I bring the whole production team and things like that. So that wouldn't make sense. So I still respect the privacy and I do it very discreetly, right? That's why you can see the way I feel instead of people like, wow, macam like I'm the superstar. So that wouldn't make sense. Okay, Bubul, Reno Chan, hi Sean, hi Lucas. Hi, is it possible to get sub sale cheaper than new unit? Any tips for that? Yes. Yes. Any tips? Usually handover lor. Because after handover, right, a lot of people don't like the hassle of being an landlord. I think the process of being a landlord, right, a lot of people don't know how it feels. Like once you get the unit, right, you need to furnish it. So you need to arrange with the maintenance, with the management lah, pay this. Then I need to go and get the contractor lah. Then I will need to listen to all this. Then every time viewing lah, need to do this lah. All the hassle lah. I think a lot of people are not used to hassle. That's why a lot of people think that passive income, right, property investment, actually a lot of work one. Then most of the time people, you know what? I don't care whether I make money or not. I'm okay even just to get back whatever original price. I got 10% discount from the SPA, so I sell 10% below the SPA, so I'm fine. Just want to let go and want to have that peace of mind. Actually, a lot one. Okay, Maurice Jam, hi Sean. Hi. What are your thoughts on properties at 25.7? It's cool. It's not cheap. But in comparison to Eco World, I think it's okay lah. What you want me to say, right? Maurice Cham, quick question. One, in view of current COVID, will sub-sale condo price decline significantly? No. That I doubt though. Because come to think of it, I think see rental suddenly drop one. Like for those who are renting house, like suddenly now 2005 because of the moratorium. Like let's say without the moratorium, right? My rental 2005, after COVID, I can nego to 2000. Cannot be, right? So that's the main behavior of property as an asset class. It's hedged against all this kind of thing. It's less risky and it's less reactive to whatever changes. So that's why it's a very good hedge against inflation. Like stock market, right? Suddenly it's something stupid, right? The market crash, but you won't see property price crash like that one. Maybe a year later, 2 years later, okay, but not immediately. So that's the best thing about property that I really like, because I just want to have that peace of mind in terms of investment. Okay, great question though, Maurice. Any good condos around Klang Valley you can recommend with price? A lot. Okay, so the thing is this: you keep property portals, then you start hunting there. So my rule of thumb, as always, is 20 different properties. You go and check. Okay, now I put 500,000 area KL. I key in this in iProperty, Property Guru, and Prop Social. Then I will start doing homework. Randy Tan, thank you. Sean, how do you think about the project Ryan and Miho? I was interested 3 years ago, but till now the units are still not sold out yet. Yes, because it's overpriced. About the aura in that area. If you look into the center stage, you go property portal, right? You go search center stage, right? Actually, the whole mall downstairs is abandoned, right? That's a very weird thing, and there's a lot of competitors there as well. I like the place. Actually, I love the place, that PJ area, right? The amount of food there. Oh, my God. So you have the banana leaf rice, you have SS2, you have the fluff, the pancake place, a lot. Think about Eco Grandeur project at Puncak Alam in the long run. I think there's potential unless they fix the main circulation, because I think now a lot of people are very afraid of the road going into Puncak Alam. So that's the main thing. Like every time you need to go through Montfort Junction, then it's terrible. Mr. Guo Wai, hi Sean, what do you think about single story house in section 17? Section 17, are you talking about, Mr. Guo Wai? Is it Subang section 17 or PJ section 17? Mr. Guo Wai, maybe you can elaborate further. Anyway, whether or not it's worth, because I don't know which part of it, right? And it's 585,000. How about its renovation? Okay. Okay, that is a good question. 585,000. Okay, let's say the market price is 600, meaning like you buy below 15,000. Let's say you buy now 585,000, your loan will be 90%, which is 522,000. So you need to cough out 10, let's say 18% of 58,000, which is around 61,000, right? So you, let's say 60,000 for ease of calculation. Okay, down payment 60,000, DD top 63, 65,000. Okay, then renovation, let's say 1/3. It depends on then the condition of the house. Sorry, 65,000. Let's say you want to just repaint, do simple stuff. 50,000, 115,000. What are the expected rental returns? Right, maybe you can rent out 1,008, 1,005. So single story house will never ever bring rental yield one. So if you think about it, right, that's why a lot of people don't, but they terrorists don't want to buy amount of capital outlay, right? It's just too high. It means, right, you pay in total 100 over 1,000 on a house, right? Then you get 1,008 monthly installment, monthly rental. Then your monthly installment is around 550,000, so it's around 2,007. So every month you still beat 1,002 after paying 120,000. Yeah, so that's the actual scenario that you're going to face. And the only good thing that I see, if you're planning to play this game, 5 years later, Mr. Kowai, 5 years later, can this 585,000 property be 800,000 or even 900,000? So you are actually playing for that game only. But then now a lot of single story houses are not increasing in price because people start to have priorities for security. After I pay 600,000, right, I'm still afraid every time I come down from the car to open my gate. Yeah, so ultimately for landed properties, right, security it's the most important thing for home buyers. So I think the individual titled one will slowly phase out unless the neighborhood is very friendly and their residents association is very strong. If not, right, it's pretty havoc, man. Okay, so that's my take on Mr. Gowai case, right? Nigel Chong. Hi, Sean. Thanks for your comment on Damansara Perdana. However, the construction risk wouldn't exceed one to maintain their good name. Yes, of course. Yes, they will. Just that it's a risk for them, not for the buyers. But buyers is the okay. Let me rephrase. Okay, as an investor, it's pretty solid in terms of investment. But if you look into the data of empty units across Damansara Perdana, it's not good. Bluish blueback. Wow. Thanks for doing this. I've been watching your videos for a few years. Booked a unit at Trinity Pentamon. Hey, cool. Do you think it's a better rental own stay? And tempted to look at the Sabak City for own stay. Because Trinity Pentamon is located at Jalan Kiara, right? The rental rates are pretty good. So I think if you get the rental, because this is all based on the makeover guys punya data lah, because we furnish I think 8 to 10 units in Safina, and the rental is pretty solid actually. Once we hand over the unit to the owner, right, within a month, then they can actually rent out already. Desa Park own stay is amazing lah. If you like dogs, especially if you have a pet. Ooh, what are your thoughts about Glenmarie area close to LRT? Is this the panorama project, Siu? I think lately, don't know what's happening, right? A lot of ads about panorama is coming out. Not exactly the most affordable. Or okay, so in Glenmarie, maybe I jumped the gun already. In Glenmarie, there's a few panorama and the one next to the Shell station. I think that's another one. I've rental return not there lah. If you look into data, right, Glenmarie's area, because it's a high-end area, a lot of like Tamasha, a lot of Highcom DRB development, right, all there, a lot of rich people there, a lot of rich factories people there, a lot of showrooms, all those car showroom, right, is amazing, and the mama is all atas mama. But just that the rental returns for high-rise yet to be proven, because the high-rise there, the only high-rise there is like Tamasha Kase, Tamasha something, which is next to the pylon and nobody buys it. It's like abandoned. Yeah. Kevin C. Hi Sean, what do you think the Pulse residence by BRDB at Puchong Bandar Putri? I heard there will be affordable homes for the smallest layout. Will it affect the future property value? Indirectly, yes. Okay. Because I'm very familiar with Bandar Putri, I always eat there. Okay, have a lot of facility, a lot of commercial there. It's pretty developed, Bandar Putri, right? Let's say your question is future property value. Let's say if you buy a 700,000 unit today, maybe you want to sell at maybe 800, 900,000. But in the future, 900,000, will I want to buy a house that has affordable components, or would I choose somewhere else at the same price, right? Also 1 million without that component. So it's a very easy answer, is that you put yourself as a future buyer, right? What price are you buying like now currently? Because at that 1 million, right, the amount of choice is just in abundance. There's so many units in the market, right? So answer yes, it will be somewhat be affected one. Yep, Bunjin. Hello, since the BNM might reduce the interest rate again, makes sense to settle house loan sooner. No. Why you want to settle the house loan sooner when it's in? Okay, I think you get the wrong concept already. Bunjin, come back. Okay, now interest rate is the lowest within 20 years of Malaysian history. 20 years, I think, starting from 2000, right, until 2020, yeah, it's dropping below 4. And PTPTN is 1%. So let's say it drops to 3.75, right? Cent makes a lot of sense already. Even a rental yield of 3%, right? Your loan interest is free already. And when the interest rate is low, only I want to take up more because I want to leverage. It's cheaper to leverage. The cost of leveraging is cheaper. Okay, so just to play for you to understand. Back in the days in my uncle told me this story, 1998, I think, something like that. Interest rate was 10%, 12%. Have you ever thought the situation where interest rate is 12%? It means, right, whatever installment that we are paying right now, you times 3. That is the amount that we need to pay for bank interest last time. And last time, the loan tenure is like 10 years, 15 years max. No such thing like 35 years, not even 40 years also sometimes got, right? So that's why for those kind of era people, right, like me lah, those people from that era, to invest right now, because it's quite unreasonable to put your money in a bank. FD 2.75%. What? Right? Might as well put out and buy property. So that's how the government actually stimulate the property market. By reducing interest rate, right, it encourage people to spend money. because it's pointless for people to put in the money into the bank. Get it? So that's how governments or countries, they want people to spend money. That's why in Japan or Singapore, right? So when the interest rate is 3.5%, your expectation of rental return also drop. It means, right? Let's say property loan interest rate is 6%, for example. It's more expensive to buy a property already, and my expectation of rental returns becomes very high because I want to cover ma. So if the rental returns cannot cover my interest also, I will not buy. So the whole property market will just collapse because the expectation is different already. So now when the expectation of rental return to cover the very low interest rate right now, then the expectation of rental is lower. So a lot of people will accept a lot of properties in the market because as long as it's 4% ROI, it makes sense to buy. Okay, so that should be the right mindset lah, Bunjin. Or is that's my mindset lah, maybe. Right? Maybe you have a different point of view. Nicholas Ling. Hi, Sean. I have 2 condos under construction. Austria, MK, and South Brooks, DBC. Wow. I have not decided which to keep for own stay and which to rent out. Appreciate your comments. Okay. Now, right, since we have time, right? Austria MK, you go iProperty, you look around Austria MK, right? Austria MK, you look around the other apartments there and you take an average of rental. So let's say you buy a rooms punya rental what is that? Rental rates. Suddenly no words. Okay, rental rates around Austria and rental rates around South Brooks. Then you can see the difference in terms of ROI, and whichever makes more sense to rent out, then you choose that one. Okay. Or you can actually just hit up your Facebook page of the Makeover Guys. You just opt for a free consultation and you tell them, I have 2 condos completion very soon. Can you do analysis for us or for me first? So it's free. Go try it. So you guys go Facebook page, the Makeover Guys, right? And you set up an appointment with our consultants and they will give you all this data for free. You just tell them, Sean Tan, I came from Sean Tan's channel, then they will know what to do already. Muhammad Kamal, thanks for answering my question on the overpriced security contract. Just to share, my apartment GMC is sitting there for 2 years, not removing them. Wow. Really? They overturn COB decision? Can meh? Wow. Malaysia, seriously, what also can happen? Well, your case very peculiar, Muhammad Kamal. Eugene Lim, hi Sean. Will Makeover Guys cooperate again with EcoWorld design team on the project like Ergo Home in the next coming phase? Don't know. Because Ergo Home, because of the show unit, it's phase 1 is actually how people say like, oh yeah, the design is weird, the design is peculiar, right? Like I always say, every property has its buyer. No matter how weird, how hilarious, or how amazing, right? Or how expensive, sure got people buy for their own reason. We certainly hope that they will come back to us and it's pretty solid to work with them. Right? And what I like is I get the first-hand news and I can get to share with all of you lah. Hafizi, hi Sean, I'm looking for my first home in Cyberjaya Sabang area. I've heard about Setia Warisan Tropica and interested, but it's leasehold. What is your opinion about leasehold? It's cheaper and it's 99 years. So 99 years is a pretty long time. And if it's for investment, it's okay. Like you see, okay, this is a very big topic as well. I don't know whether to drill down on it or not. Okay, invest if you are collecting rental returns because your entry price is already lower. But if you're buying, let's say you're buying a landed property, right? A high-end landed property, then leasehold still makes sense lah. So the thing is this if there's a leasehold and freehold property, of course I buy freehold lor, right? But if there's a leasehold property and a freehold property, right? Of course the freehold one will be more expensive mah. But the question is by how much, right? So let's say if these two is a condo, A is leasehold apartment, B is freehold apartment, I will buy the leasehold one. Why? Because it's lower entry price, right? And tenants don't care whether leasehold or freehold. Get it? But then if it's a landed property, a high end, maybe 1.5 million property, right? Next to each other, I will just buy the freehold because in the future, land ownership for landed property still makes a lot of sense, unlike high rise. Okay. Chong Sun's keys, and what is your opinion? I think it's a fabulous product for people that wants to buy a house that they have no money to pay yet lah. Again, it's a easy ownership one. So what's happened is this: property from the developer has this unit ma. You like the unit, but you cannot afford ma, right? So what happens is Maybank buys it first. So the unit, right, belongs to Maybank, the unit to you. So that's the model. Get it? So let's say I'm the developer, Maybank buys from me, then they rent to you until your loan approved 5 years later, you can afford it. Then I only transfer the unit back to you. That's how house key works. And I think it's a fabulous product if you want to get your home first. And it's a little bit more expensive, but it's like poor people have to pay more. And it's like car loan. Like a lot of people but they want to buy a car that they cannot afford, right? They take 9 years loan. But 9 years, you times the interest rate, right? It's 100, easily like 4% a new car. You 9 years times 4%, you're actually paying 36% extra on the car. So 100,000 car suddenly becomes 136,000. But you drag across 9 years. So for rich people, right? With cash rich people, they should buy cash. They don't need to incur any interest, more sense to them. That's the unfortunate truth. And that's why the keyword here is affordable. Your affordability, not affordable, affordability. It means that what's your budget? If the product is within your budget one, and you want to take the house keys to ease off your cash flow, then I think it's amazing. But if you are trying to go for something that is beyond your affordability and just you want to impress your future wife or fiance, right? You get that in, then I think that's in trouble. Because over geared themselves or overstretched themselves, right? Or some is that they use their parents' name as a guarantor to get a loan that they can never afford to pay, right? Now, I think also all scratching their head because you qualified for a loan that you're not supposed to. Then you need to face the music. Ludin Abdul, hi Sean, for property that have a good rental now but decreasing selling price, what is the exit strategy? You sell with tenancy. I rent out all the rooms first, or I rent out to a tenant first. So there's this option of selling the property with tenancy one. It means, right, let's say the tenant actually signed a 2 years contract and the ROI is 5%, right? Then when there's a buyer, I actually offer the buyer, hey, you also investor, right? You buy with tenancy lah. Then it's actually 5% rental returns on the new price or 4.5% on the new price. So you on or not? Okay. But if it's good rental, right, why sell in the first place? I just thought of it. Look, Ludin. If it's good rental, right, why sell? Salmon Sam, hi Sean. Hey, I always like your Sasuke. Is it Itachi or is it Sasuke? I cannot see. Yeah, I'm a big Naruto fan also. Hi Sean, can you show how to cleverly navigate through all the attention grabber property agent or property website? They like to advertise cheap properties with untrue photos. There's no way unless you really, really gotta be very, very clear about the product. Okay. That's right. Again, Salmon Sam, as much as I want to say, right, there's no waste unless you do your homework. In order to call the bluff or to call the bullshit by all these property agents on these fake photos, right? Property portals are doing this already, but unfortunately, they cannot control, right? So it's really based on experience and the amount of homework. So you tell me like suddenly, like I tell you lor, KLCC property 500,000, you believe me? No ma, because where tak mungkin one ma, cannot be one ma. So it's like that lor. It's really based on the knowledge level that you have. Sushi, hey man, hey Monkey. Is it Monkey or Whitegate? Oh, Whitegate. Hi Sushi. Have you heard of house key? Yeah, I just explained before. Zhong Jun Ping. Hi Sean, possible to do a property review of my current house? No. No, because I'm actually staying with my family. So I need to protect their privacy and I need to respect their privacy because they don't want suddenly their house, right? And it's very easy for people to actually come in. Now, basically, it's the privacy part, because here is actually gated and guarded, so I'm not so worried. But I will not do my current house unless I'm staying. So because now I'm still sharing, there's a lot of family members in the house, so I will not do. So maybe we can respect the privacy of them. Right, Mr. Guowai also son. Should I buy a house now or wait a little longer when people start to sell? To me, Mr. Guowai, is the keyword is shop. Let's say now, like for a lot of men, a lot of men here, right? When we need to go shopping for MCO time, right? Let's say I tell you this kailan, vegetable kailan, it's 590 per keti. It's not even per gram, I don't know what is keti also. 590 per keti. Do you know it's expensive or cheap or not? So I think we need to equip ourselves with enough knowledge to tell whether 590 per keti for kailan is cheap or expensive before we can identify whether is there deal in the area or not. Like you tell me SS17 or SS19 just 480,000, then I immediately know which unit. And because the property market there is around 520,000, this 480, I think urgent sale I can grab because it's cheap. Because now if you tell me 600,000 SS17, you don't even know whether what's the market value. You get what I mean? So now in this period, right, shop, meaning you equip yourself with data, right? It's like within the snap of your fingers. So do have some target areas you zoom down, right? Let's say now, okay, double story, single story also can. So I will zoom into 3 particular areas, and every day or almost every week I will just be around iProperty or Property Guru or Prop Social portals, right? And I'm let's waiting until some deal pops out, right? Amir Naim, hi man. Kevin PPS, Kevin PSS. Hi Sean, what's the comfortable house by your standard? By my standard, lor. That's the thing about home though. A different requirement. So last time I used to share a master bedroom with 4 other dudes during my college time. That makes sense. My rental was $85 or $125 only, right? So those were the tough days. Then until when I grow up, I have my own room. That was a luxury. Then when I start earning more money myself, then I can afford a house. Then again, that's a comfortable house. But I think to answer a bit more direct, right? I think secured, meaning I've experienced house without gated and guarded and with gated and guarded, right? The sense of security plays a huge role. Meaning, right, suddenly, I left something in the car, right? I can immediately go and grab, right? Without the fear of getting robbed. I think that is very important. And especially if you have plans to have kids, right? let's say your kids run around, you won't be so concerned later they will not run back, right? That's a big concern. And that it's one of the main differentiator between stratified landed properties and individual title in the future lah. We have still yet to see the main difference, like double story house in SS2, right? Now easily 1.6 million, 1.8 million for an old house, then you need to still pay up 500,000 to furnish up the unit. Instead, you can just get a 1.8 million new house in a stratified gated and guarded with facilitating punya house, right? W key says W key okay, is a new completion property price higher than when it's newly launched? It depends on the sales status, but generally yes. Generally, if because let's say the nearly completion project, right, the sales is only 20%, then a difference lah. But I think if it's good progress, maybe left like 10 units only, then I think it definitely will be higher than the first phase buyers. So. Because if not, right, the first phase buyers will come to the developer office and knock on their door, complain like hell. King Kong. Hi Sean, what do you think of the walks located in OUG? It's quite a low profile project. My take on the walks, right, it's only what's behind the development. Because there used to be, but Paradigm Mall was actually bought over in terms of share by Pavilion Group. the group that managed Pavilion. So because Pavilion project is also in Bukit Jalil and it's very close on it, so they wouldn't want to build another Paradigm Mall and Pavilion Mall, so they cannibalize themselves. Cannot be ma. But then there's actually a good size of land bank. I think easily 30 acres, around 30 acres to 20 over acres. I think I don't have the data. But my only, because I'm looking at it, the only variance in the deal is that what is going to happen behind the walls, or opposite the walls, which is that empty piece of land, what they are going to build there. Chong Ye Sai, how to fully furnish with minimal cost? I think I covered it in the latest video, Ye Sai. Oh no, I haven't uploaded yet. I just did it this morning. Yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll upload it, which is maybe I can just cover a little bit. DIY, contractors, and ID. Right? So if you have no money, but you got time, and you got design sense, then you do it yourself, the cheapest, because you exchange your knowledge and time for money. Then if you don't have technical skills, you pass to a contractor. But if you want people to manage everything for you, then interior designer, this. A lot of people don't know. Whatever show unit that you visit in sales gallery, right? The interior design usually costs almost half of the unit cost. A 600,000 unit, right? Usually the interior design cost is around 150,000, 200,000 easily. So if you want to do a minimal cost fully furnished, and if you have good design sense, you can go e-commerce, meaning you go Shopee, go Lazada, shop or Taobao, right? You shop everything and you can furnish a house, maybe 12,000, 15,000, you can do it lah. But I think that's the main misunderstanding also. There's a knowledge gap, right? There's a knowledge gap of how much actually renovation costs. A lot of people thought that 8,000 is very big one. Really, a lot of people thought aircon, fan, lights, and fridge, right? It's already 25,000. Yeah, no joke. Oh, plus washing machine, sorry. Yeah, so yeah, that's why a lot of people still are not sure. They think like, oh, I got 6,000, I want to furnish my house. Cannot lah, right? Kiki from Hong Kong. Hi Kiki, Solaric Park with phase 2 coming out. Yeah, good or not? You need to compare with D Immersion. There's one project by, wait, I think internet not stable. Kiki, okay? Kiki, are you still there? Okay, so office and residence fine ma. I see you last Publica video and see the lifestyle elements, right, in Publica and that area, because my office is also there. I travel there almost every day lah. And it's very happening. Actually, if you are a fitness person, right, the amount of gyms in Publica is a lot. So about that area, there's a lot of very weird things. Number one is there's a lot of bars for you to get drunk. Then number two is there's a lot of lifestyle elements, so which is like gym, manicure, pedicure, facial, hair, fashion, right? Uh, a lot of high courts. It means that Supreme Court there, Sharia Court there, High Court not there. But then there's a lot of public transport, and then there's a lot of mosques. So the mosque there is pretty established. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but the traffic is the bad thing. It means, right, every Friday, that certain period of time, it will be congested. So like for us seasonal people, right, we know which way to take lah. And yeah, so that location is pretty solid also, or one street away from Jalan Ipoh, and that hits you straight away to Jalan Kuching as well. And that connects you to the KLCC road pretty quickly lah. So I think that is very, very good. And for park, right, you need to compare the price with Arte Monchiara, and D Immersion. It's by DK, Donkey Kong, DK Group. So you can actually go online and check DK Group. That's the new face right opposite Publica. What's up with this internet? Oh my god. Right, so you compare with Arte Monchiara, the Immersion, Park 2. You compare the price also. It's just for comparison. So you will make the calculated risk. You will make the informed decision. So thanks for watching though, Kiki. Ruby. Hi, Sean. Love the live cast. Good night. Thank X baby wait. Hi, Sean. Is 150,000 enough to move in for a 2,500 square feet, 4-bedroom condo? Planning to look for an ID to design the house in a modern look. How much an ID normally costs? Okay. For ID, that's the problem though. There's no budget, because I can go from gold ceiling to crystal lights and things like that. So I think there's a gap lah, board controlling all this pricing. However, I would actually suggest, because I work in the makeover guys, right? So we are an ID company as well. So ours is considered the fast forward design department. So there's also a conventional ID department called groundwork. GROUNDWORK, right? You can look for them. They do amazing work actually. So you can go and check it out. So that's why your 2,500, right? Maybe you want to go for something like the makeover guys, which is a more quicker design, or you want to thoroughly decide and a lot of customization, right? So you can go for groundwork. That's why I would suggest you go and check out the Facebook page for groundwork and tell them Sean Tan recommend. So they will know what to do. Okay. Baby Way, thank you very much for answering. Nicholas Ong, what do you think of property in Ipoh? Good for retirement. Generally, ROI not there lah. Generally, ROI not there, and the prices of old development is still very affordable. So when suddenly you tell me, like, because the properties in Mont Bleu is in Sunway Tambun, right? the first phase 5 years or 7 years ago, they launched 700,000 townhouse, right? Everybody crazy, but still sold out, ma. So it proves that there's a lot of old rich people in Ipoh actually. So what I'm trying to say is that it's interesting. It has its own dynamics lah. It depends what's your intention again, no? Nicholas Ong. Hey, did you know that Ipoh was supposed to be the main capital for Malaysia instead of KL? I'm from Ipoh also, so I do a lot of things. Muhammad Have Fazal. Sorry, suddenly I stuck. Okay, Fazal. Hi Sean, can we do chin-ups together in one day? Of course. But now I don't do chin-ups really. Now we do chin-up is like that, man. I do pull-ups because in you can go YouTube some CrossFit. So what we do is we do keeping pull-up, strict pull-up, and I'm in the process of doing a muscle up lah. But muscle up, don't know. I got no strength, big right, but then still no strength. Don't know why. Celine Tang, hi Sean. I realized that Property Guru, iProperty don't usually indicate the actual price per square feet. I find it very confusing. Some property projects name will indicate many location. Celine, yes, because in let's say in one condo, right, every unit will have a different average price per square feet one. So you just roughly take one, because if the lowest level smaller size against the highest level biggest size apartment, right, these two price may have a very very huge gap in terms of price per square feet one. So what I do is I just take these two together, divide by two, then I have a, let's say 550 and 600,000 and 600 per square feet, right? I will just like, okay lor, because it's just a rough estimation ma. So that's the median price. So let's say you tell me Tropicana Damansara, Kota Damansara area, what's the price per square feet? Okay lor, 700 lor. PJ around 600 lor. Then KL around 1,002 lor, things like that lor. So it's a rough indication. So suddenly when one pops out, right, it's below 1,000. Okay, then it might be a good deal. Things like that. So it enables you to have that grabs. Again, the Kailan theory. I know Spaghetti, it's for example, I also don't know lah, Kailan how much, but Spaghetti is, if it's like 380 to 150, I love lor. I buy more some more. But now if you tell me it's 780, right, I still buy one because I don't know. Yeah, internet is down again. Oh no. Yeah, so back to the Kailan one, right? It's so even if it's overpriced today, I will still buy because I need it. So I don't want to be buying because I need, but I buy an overpriced product. Let's do last five, okay? Last five, guys. So I will just scroll around and I see which one to answer. But for those who have dropped comments or dropped a question, right, thank you very much. And I certainly hope this session, right, instead of focusing on production, because like now the camera may be grainy, I kind of invested in a light to look better, but then I look like a like a soul that this provides more value to all of you guys, right? So I certainly hope that all of you can share the channel around so I can help more people. And when the MCO is lifted, I will try to schedule again, not to drop out from this format, because I realize I answer more questions than the day-to-day thing lah. And I will still try my best to do the day-to-day question, the day-to-day video on the iherng podcast. But starts running, right, then there's a lot of obligation that side as well. So I'm not sure what's going to happen yet. We will see tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Monday. Monday we are back in the office already. That's why I will just try to see the workload or not, because there's pent up. We still close a lot of units actually during the MCO period. And we also have this promotion called the Winning Pass. You actually save 1,500 if you spend 6,000 in the renovation now, right? So you buy some vouchers and everything was so a lot of people's unit are waiting to be renovated lah. So I think that will form a quite a hectic first or second month, and with all the protocols and SOP right now, right? So I'm still not sure on my workload, but I will try my best. Okay. Okay, so let's do. Hey, Peter Xiao is here. Hey, Peter. So this is my friend. I think we do a few properties with him before. Okay. Question 1, right? Max Ong from Max Ong. Hi, Sean. What do you think of taking up the bank moratoriums? Do we have to settle the interest before? No. Okay, so I think the whole U-turn thing, right? For a 30 years loan, let's say a 30 years loan, so every time the money installment that you pay, right? Because now I think it's a new product, so you don't have to pay the what is it called? Yeah, the principal and interest rates. Okay. So let's say in a normal situation that I need to pay my money installment, let's say 2,000, right? In that 2,000, wait for the internet to get stable first. Okay. So in that 2,000 money installment, right? 70% of it is actually for interest for a 35 for a 30 years loan. And 30% of it, right, goes to principal, which means, right, 1,400 is actually the interest. 600 only will reduce whatever whatever loan that you take from the bank. Okay. So now during moratorium, 6 months, right, they actually they actually delay this, which means, right, this 30% and 70%, they actually all push downwards. But then this 70% of the interest, right, there won't be extra interest on this interest. So there's no compound interest for this portion of interest. Okay, so moratorium is there's no interest on the interest portion of your installment. Get it? It's good that you listen from a doer instead of a media person. Okay, no, I just self-praising a little bit. So my answer is I don't think you need to settle the interest before bank repeat to you. I don't think so. Okay. Question 2. Eugene Lim, drink water. Okay, I'll drink first before I go to section 2. Kelvin T has a good question. Okay, hi Sean, how to maximize the rental income in consideration of income tax in the picture? Shouldn't we fully pay off the property? Okay. It depends what your intention is, Kelvin. Okay, there's a few ways. Let's say I'm in my 30s, right? I want to buy more property. Right? So to get more loan, I need to pay more tax to tell the bank, hello, I got pay tax one. So whatever income is actually legit. So I will declare all of my rental as income. So my income suddenly jacks up. Okay, so that allows me to take more loan for my next property purchase. Okay, a lot of people don't understand this. Now let's say my income is 3,000. Excuse me. So let's say my income is 3,000. I get a property, right? So let's say I need to pay 1,000 in terms of installment. Then they will value my income at 3,000. But after I buy this property and I start paying installment at 1,000, right? The rental that I collect, let's say I don't know what very lucky I get a property that pays me 1,500. 1,500 rental for that 1,000 money installment, right? So I got extra 500. Then if I want to buy my second property, right? So my income is actually calculated based on 3,000 plus the 500. So I'm indirectly, right? I'm actually more qualified for a bigger property purchase, even though it's my second. You get what I mean? provided you declare this portion of the income. So 3,000. Then every month I actually rent out this property. I get the tenancy approved that there's in 500. The extra 500 is. Let's wait for the internet again. Yep. So the extra 500 is actually calculated into my 3,000. So for my second property that I'm buying, the bank will evaluate my income at 3,500. Yeah. So whether you want to settle it or not, right? Again, if you want to retire with a peace of mind, then okay lor. But if you still want to be in the game for the next 20, 30 years, right? Why settle? Right? So we will talk. Maybe you can shoot me a question, right, or into a video by itself, because we can go on and on this one. Okay, but good question. Question 3. Nexus Tech. What do you think of investing in iCity? Is the Soho making a good investment? It used to for Airbnb. Okay, it's considered very pricey for a location that is considered Klang, but the address actually shows Shah Alam. I don't know how they got it, but then that property, it's good in terms of Airbnb returns for an earlier phase. But if you look into auction market, there's a lot of property auction in that area. And when this COVID hits, right, I think the theme park close, mall close, all this will be affected. So now I wouldn't touch. But at that price range, right, let's say 1,000 per square feet, right, I can buy a landed in, right? Okay, so question 4. No, I think that's question 4. Question 5, last one. Last one. From Teresa. What do you think for a landed property in JB that has been completed for years but they are still vacant with no one staying and the price has been ruled out? Okay, I would think like that based on logic, right? It's vacant for a reason one. And I think in JB, the people in JB, right, are a little bit more concerned about feng shui. So direction tak ngam or the location tak ngam or the building orientation tak ngam all these can be huge to be not sellable or not performing in JB one. And the community of buyers in JB, right, it's relatively small. Everybody knows everybody one. That's based on the experience that I have lah. So like when I sell to this buyer, right, then suddenly he will recommend him to his community, and I sold like 28 different shop offices in a week, just because friend recommend friend, and this friend like me, that friend also like me, then they will recommend more, then all come and like me lor. So that is how. So when a project is deemed not good, right, the spreading of word of mouth in JB is very, very scary one. Yep. So I guess that's all, guys. I guess that's all for today. 2 hours 15 minutes. Thank you very much again. I hope I can clear off all the questions, right? Very unfortunate for the internet to be laggy a bit, but I learned how to adjust with it. So when it's lag, I don't talk lah. Much guys. Just to have some last note is do share the channel around so I can help more people. And when the audience actually grow, right, I can have more access to whatever information I need from property developers as well. Because I think I'm getting some attention from a lot of property developers already. And they are pretty open to me. And I can ask because I'm an insider. I know what to ask. And by sharing only us, right, it will give me more credit. It will give me more bravado or more credibility to ask for higher rank or insider news lah. Okay, so I guess that's all. Again, thank you very much for watching. See you guys Monday, back to work. Right? I think all back to work already, right? But stay safe lah. Until now, still stay safe lah. Okay. So thank you very much again. See you guys.